Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tel Cockerel. God, don't get a break. I've just come off another show straight into this one. But it was a good show. It was a good show for people that may have seen it. I was on the Irish Hotspur as a guest, along with Dermatron. But yeah, it went quite well. So we have a pre-season that starts in 20 minutes. It's like rush, rush, rush today. And it's against Vissel Kobe. Just say hello to a few people. You've got Dan Coy says, big up, talk my boss into half a day at work so I can watch the football. I saw your message earlier, Daniel. Well done for doing that. You've got Mark Cook here, says, big up, Jose, and chat, and hope everybody is well. I am well, Mark. I hope you're well. Um, we were messaging each other last night. Well done on your appearance on Spurs Diehards TTID. I think you thoroughly enjoyed yourself. That's safe to say. So well done, you sir. Tigaro, big up Jose. Another season is finally upon us. Come on, you Spurs. Hi, Tigaro. I hope you're well. And yeah, I hadn't seen you in a while, but it's obviously because we are during the off season at the moment. But it's nice to see you back, my friend. It was nice to see you in the other chat as well over at the Irish Hotspur. I hope you're well. Stu, good morning, Stu from the disabled team. I hope you're well, Stu. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Hope you and the family are well. Graham, good morning, Graham. Says morning, Jose. Good morning, Graham. I hope you are well, sir. I have got Colin with me, but he's just doing some stuff at the moment. Peter Kegayas says hi, all 7:40 p.m. in Melbourne. I saw you in the chat as well as the Irish Hotspur, Peter. And I think that you were saying that you were telling David that you were getting ready for your shift, if I remember rightly. Um, Chris Agenbar's here. Big up, Jose. Good afternoon, Chris Agenbar. Sorry, good morning, Chris Agenbar. I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're well. We have Adrian saying, good morning, Jose et al. Come on, you Spurs. Hi, Adrian. I hope you're well. I've just been saying that Mark on your channel yesterday. I watched him and he had thoroughly enjoyable time on your channel yesterday. And I'm sure that he thanked you for letting him make an appearance. So well done to Mark Cook and well done to you, Adrian. Peter is saying, good thing Paramount is showing the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what channels the game's being shown on. The only one that I saw, I mean, I don't know what we're using today because Colin normally sets it up. But I saw that YouTube are showing it on the J League podcast or something. They're going to be showing it. But yeah, Paramount, you're saying it's on Paramount as well. So these are for all the people that can get them channels because I don't subscribe to any of them, and I kind of tend to find it hard to find channels to watch the game on, and that's why I've got my man Colin. Colin helps me out. Uh, Paddy Hartnett. Good morning, Jose. Up the Spurs. Yes, Paddy. Big up to you, sir, and up the Spurs. And I hope you and your family are well, Paddy. I hope everything's well over there on the Emerald Isle. And nice to see you here, sir. Um, and Peter Kegayas is saying, by the way, Mark Cook, I enjoyed your output. There you go. You're getting some recognition already, Mark. And Mark, you're a spanner. You're a blue spanner as well as being a member. You're also a blue spanner here. If you want, because I know that I think you started a channel, or you're starting a channel. If you want to put your link in, you're more than welcome to put it in on this in the chat. As I said, you are one of the spanners. So as being a mod, you can put your channel in there and see if we can get people to go over and subscribe to you. Anyway, gentlemen, just to say that the teams have been announced, and they were announced super early because I was on Dave's show guesting, and they were out super early. So don't know if you can see that team there, but the team, I'm not too sure. What do you guys make of the team? I spoke to David off air just now, and I said I was slightly disappointed because there were some players that I wanted to see in the team play today. But we've got a team of Vicario in goal, a back four or a permutation of a back four of Pedro Porro, Emerson Royale, Archie Gray, and Ben Davis. I don't know who starts where. I don't know whether Davis starts left back or Royale starts left back or even if Gray starts left back. I'm not too sure, but they're the four that we have in defence. And then in midfield, we have Sarr, Bassoum, and Madison. And it appears that our front three are Kulu, Son, Johnson. For me, I would have liked to have seen Phillips start today at centre back. with Royale looking to leave and that, I thought it might have been an idea to maybe save him and use Phillips there. And also in the midfield, I was kind of hoping that we would have started with Bergvall. I wanted to see what Bergvall's all about and see him from the start with some more first team players rather than being put in with youngsters all the time. But I suppose I have to wait for a second half to see some of these people that I'm looking to appear. I'm looking forward to if Jed Spence comes on. I want to see whether he continues his form that he's shown us so far. You've got, so it's interesting because on the show earlier, on Dave's show on the Irish Hotspur, we were talking about what we said, what we thought the plan was for today. And I thought the plan, and my answer when I was asked the question, was that we see more first team players because they introduced that youngsters game where all the youngsters played against Japan's under-19s and they won 5-2. And I thought, well, if all the youngsters have played that game and it was only 2 days ago, I know they're young and the exuberant of youth, and they'll be up and at it, and they'll be probably fitness freaks and want to play again. The likelihood is that they'll get very few minutes this time. I'll be surprised if we have a wholesale 11 change, because otherwise you'll be burning out these kids before they even started. So, but in saying that, we also have on the bench Austin and Gunter. So that means Whiteman has been left out, which is, I've been saying all along, I'm not too sure what Whiteman and Forster actually offer us in the Tottenham squad. There's 2 spaces there that they're taking up that could be given out to others if you're going to use Gunter as your third keeper. We have Abbott, Spence, Phillips, Skip, Devine, Hall, Bergvall, Donnelly, Moore, Solomon, Scarlett, Villiers, Lancashire, all on the bench. So it will be interesting if we get to see a bit of Bergvall, a bit of Mikey Moore. It'd be interesting to see whether they rotate the minutes for the 3 strikers again. Although I fear that all the 3 strikers would have played in the young games a couple of days ago. But it'd be interesting to see what happens in the second half. But for me, there are a couple of players there that I would have liked to have seen from the start. What do you guys think in the chat about it? Also, we have catch up with this chat. So Tigaro is saying Jed has really stood up as a right back, not the Prem, but he's looking promising. Yeah, he certainly is, Tigaro. And you might have missed the shows that I did earlier on this week, but what I said earlier on this week is that only 3 weeks ago, Tottenham were talking to Genoa about a sale for this player, and it's fallen through. And I think that with it's either it's fallen through or during the time, Jed Spence may have come back from Italy, seeing that he had to go out to Italy and he was all on his own. New country, didn't have all the hangers on that he has in this country, which he's been accused of in the past. I mean, I don't know the chap. He's been accused in the past of having these people in the past that have, fed him ideas above his station, and it's got him into trouble with previous clubs. Going to Italy, he wouldn't have had all the hangers on with him. And in Italy, they pride themselves on defensive football in Italy, and it's probably a good learning ground for him. He was on his own out there. He did well for Genoa second half of the season, and he's come back to Tottenham. And he's probably, and I'm hoping that Postecoglou and him have had a chat, and he's probably turned around and said, "Look, I learned lots. I made problems. I've learned lots whilst I was out there, and I had problems before I went out there. I've rectified these problems. I want to showcase myself. I want to show you what I'm all about and stuff like that." And if Andy's giving him a fair crack at the whip, which it appears he has, then because he's played both the games, and if you were last season, if you remember the pre-season, he was hardly played at all. So it's good. He's probably had that chat, and he's come out. He's come out, and he's been the player of the match in the second half in both games. So let's hope that this continues. Right, Mark is there. Mark Cook. He's just started a channel, and if people could go over and subscribe to Mark, he made his first appearance yesterday on Spurs diehards TTID, then it would be much appreciated for Mark. Mark, who's a member of this channel, member of a lot of channels, in fact, Mark is, and he's also a moderator here as well. So yeah, people, can you go over and subscribe to him? He would appreciate it. Ronnie's saying good morning. Good morning, Ronnie. I hope you're well. Stu from Disabled Team has subscribed to Mark Cook. Tigaro is saying he's grown up, maybe. Happens to us all eventually. I hope he kicks on. And exactly so do I. I hope he kicks on as well. Peter has subbed to you, Mark, as well. So your numbers are starting to grow, Mark. It takes a while. It takes a while, but it's starting to grow. And then you've got Daniel Coy says, if we get what we wanted from General for Spence, still from another club, he will be gone. I don't see why people think he's got a future here. He's in the shop window. I just believe, and look who it is. It's the big man himself, Mr. Dave. Dave, I've just had a chat with Dave after the show. And for Dave, Dave is like one of us now, like we are normally, because Dave is sofa surfing today and won't be doing a watch along. He's just going to be watching the game at his own leisure. So he will have a story to tell everyone when he does the next Irish Hotspur. Tune into him and he'll have a story to tell. So David will be able to say, well, on the other side of on the other side of the fence, this is how the people live. So it'd be interesting to hear your stories, Dave, of how you found the game and watching it on the sofa and not doing a watch along, which probably is good as well because it gives you some you time, sir, because you deserve it because you work really, really hard on your channel. I think I've caught up with the chat there. And now we are 8 minutes away from the game, and I'm wondering where Colin is with my link. So let me see if I can see where he is. So he must have come on and set this up a while ago because I was on Dave's show, so he must have set this up a while ago. Just understanding where he's gone now. Ronnie is subbed to you as well, Mark. So he just said that. Paddy says it's live on Astro Supersport 3 for those that do not have Spurs play. Yeah, but I don't have any of all that Astro and Paramounts and stuff like that. So normally, as I said, Colin sets it up, but I am wary that for Colin at the moment, I think it's 4:53 in the morning. And obviously I was on the Irish Hotspur, and he would have come and set all this up whilst I was on the Irish Hotspur. He's a good boy like that. But I can't see any link that he's left me in the private chat, so I have to wait and see. Tigaro says, if he was in the shop window, Jed would be at Genoa now. The kid has talent. Application has been the issue. Maybe he's grown up. We need a right back as it is. I'll tell you what, if he has done everything that we expect him to do, then it bodes well for us because it means we don't have to spend in that area. We were linked with players like Vanderson. We were linked with KWP. I mean, when I say linked, I'm talking about this is what all the AK-47 journalists were telling us, that we were linked with all these players. So, you know, at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see who it is. Sorry, not wait and see, but if he plays well, he will save us money in that area. Spurs GCTV has subbed to you as well, Mark. Sorry, I've just seen that you're saying thank you to Graham as well. Peter Kagaya says, I have Paramount. Yay, lol. So, yeah, it's on Paramount as well, apparently, the game as well. So, it's a case of now me trying to find it because I don't know where Colin is. So, here we go. Let's see if I can find it. I think it was J League, wasn't it? J League International. That's the Stuttgart game. the Stuttgart game. Is it this one? That one. Here we go. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, what is it? It's Well, you've got a fair few that's showing. They're saying that they're showing it. And it's just finding the right one. Right, this one's got. Let me have a look at this. This one's got 200 already there. Turn the volume down. Yeah, you're quite right. I do need to get myself a Fire Stick. Paddy Hartnett. Or do I? Is this the game? Direct TV. Activate your account. So you need to watch for free. Nah. So we have. We also have Jesse's here saying, morning all. Morning, Jesse. I hope you're well. Daniel Coy says, I better get a stream today. Paramount shows the cup games, I think it's Peter. And Paddy, yeah, you're quite right. It says, Jose, you need to get a Fire Stick. You will never miss a Spurs game again. It appears that I might have to do that. Mark says it's on YouTube Live. I've just checked YouTube and I couldn't find it. I can find the link is not safe, right? So I can understand that. Right. I don't know where Carlin is, but Colin is my guru that gets me set up on these things. But he's not. I've got a feeling he's gone back to sleep. Is what my feeling is. Yes, Tigaro, take care, sir. I hope all is well, mate. Take care of yourself. It's a watch along. The Diddler. Hello, the Diddler. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. I hope you're well, mate. Is it this one? Oh, it's got to be this one, isn't it? Let me see. What's this one saying? Right, I might have a link there. Just having a look. We have Paddy Hartnett saying, when you decide, let me know, and I will sort you out with my fella. He never had a problem for years. Yeah, I might need. I pay so much money. I pay so much money, to be honest, for Sky and TNT. I need to bounce. Have a great stream, Kois. Cheers. Although I do it, and I do have Sky, TNT and stuff like that, but I have a family, and because I've got a family, I've got 3 kids and the wife, and they all like watching telly. So although I pay loads and loads of money, they would still need to watch all that. So I probably need a 5 stick just for myself. You've got the Diddler saying, big up Jose, my boy. Big up the Diddler. Nice to see you over at the Irish Hotspur earlier. And I liked the comments that you were making. You've got Stewie saying, morning, JSY Talks Football Channel, listening while summer cleaning. And Daniel Coy says, Peter, what can you understand about it playing Emerson who's getting sold over an actual centre back like Phillips? Please enlighten me. So I think you lot are having a debate on that. It's about to start, right? So according to me, it hasn't kicked off yet. It has kicked off. Oh, what is going on with that? I don't know where you're seeing it, but I can't see it at all. So struggling to see it. So let's see if I can find somewhere else. Vissel Kobe versus Tottenham. Let's try it that way. Match highlights. Ba-dum. So I can start the clock because this clock must have started, but there's the clock. Colin, are you awake? If you're awake, can we? This is going to be brilliant. If you're awake, Colin, let me know because we're here. We're trying to. I can't get a stream. Don't know where your stream that you've put on because it's not in the chat. So I'm just waiting. That it's not there. It's not in the chat, so I can't see it. Got people coming to the channel, and I've got no football to watch. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna have to go naughty then. Let me have a look at this. Right, do it that way. Here we go. Well, that's not easy. That's not the one. That's not the one either. Please, can I request an honest report on our boy Archie Gray, please, Jose? Thank you. You certainly can, mate. Listen, I've got time for Archie Gray. I believe that he comes in. Well, I believe that he comes into the first 11 straight away. And I think he's more oven ready than Bergvall, in my opinion. And I think that he will make a difference. Maybe not straight away, but by the end of the season, I would have thought he'd make a difference. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb for you, and I'm going to say that dependent who the manager is that comes in to manage England next, I have a feeling that 2 Tottenham players will be in the squad for the World Cup in 2026. And them 2 players are Archie Gray and Mikey Moore. I think they will both be on the plane to America for the next World Cup. That's my personal opinion. Arabic translate. Right, here we go. Right, there's the Tottenham emblem. Tottenham emblem is not there, which means they're not showing it. And Daniel is saying he predicted months ago that he said that he would be in the team for the 2026 World Cup. It's just finding the badge. There's so many bloody games going on today. Club friendly, that's Rangers. No, I don't want to see Rangers. Wolfsburg, Lazio. Right, let's try this one then. Let's try this one. Oh, let's try that one out of the way. Here we go. So it must be on CBS Sports as well. Right, I'm finding it difficult to get this bloody game. It's 0-0. I know that. It's still 0-0 at the moment. God, normally we've got links for these games, and today I haven't got a link. Right, let me just go back to that. So, how about if I wake him up? Would that be good? Yeah, that's not surprising, Peter. The Japanese side would look sharper because the Japanese side have played 25 games in their league at the moment. So 1-0 Japan. Oh dear. So it appears that Vissel Kobe might have scored. It appears that way. I'm not sure because I've not got a stream to watch it on at the moment. Oh, look, he's woken up. Yeah, 1-0 down at the moment. They've just scored.
Gotcha. Well, 1 second here, and we'll get to watching this.
All right. How are you, Colin?
I'm really good. I have no idea why my alarm hasn't gone off.
When did you set this up? Because I thought you might have set this up because I ran late because I was doing a pre-pump up show before this.
No, I did it all last night before I went to bed. I
all
got
right.
everything kind of ready.
Okay, so thank you for that. I didn't realise.
No, sorry that I'm still upset with myself for not waking up.
No, you're all right. You're cool. Listen, it's really early for you. It's like 5:09 in the morning, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, for some of you people, it's a mad time in the morning. I think with the Aussies today, with the people down under, the match is kicking off at a sensible time today.
Mm-hmm.
But for our North American friends, for you guys, it's very early in the morning. So for all the people in North America, it's very early in the morning. Scott M's in the chat and he's laughing his head off. And it's 4 a.m. for Scott. That's what I'm saying. For you North Americans, it's really early in the morning. So you would have, for some, it'd be 4. Is it 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning for you guys in North America? So, but yeah, with the, with the timer, I don't even know how many minutes have gone, but it must be 10 or 11 minutes gone, and we're 1-0 down. So we need to change.
Yeah, the score then.
So we have had a few people. Did you know that Did you know that Mark Cook made an appearance last night on TTID Spurs Diehards? Possibly not. He will be back. He will be back. It's early in the morning, isn't it? Oh, God, I got up so early to do that show this morning. And it is early. And you ever talk shit on my man Ange again when you're waking up at 4 to indulge. Guys, everyone has different opinions. 8 p.m. says Tigaro. Nice change. This is what I'm saying. For you down under, it's quite strange that you've got a decent time to watch the game, because when the games are normally on, when the games are normally on, it's on weird times for you, because obviously it's here in England. English kickoff times are very like off-putting. So if it's a 3 o'clock kickoff for you guys, some of you it'll be like really, really late. It'll be gone midnight for some of you guys. I think for for Peter in Melbourne and places like that, you're like 9 hours, I think, or something ahead. So it being that it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, that would make it midnight-ish, 1 o'clock in the morning for some of you guys that go to watch it. But then for the North Americans, if it's 3 o'clock kickoff, it's like 8, 9, 10 in the morning. But today it seems to be that North Americans got the unkind time, and that our friends down under have got a relatively better time. But in saying that, Japan is far closer, I believe. Is it far closer? Japan's far closer to Australia than what North America is. So that's probably why the time zones suit, because of where we're actually playing the match. So, but there we go. Right. Mr. Colin is looking for the link, I believe. What happened?
Private chat. Check the private chat.
Oh yeah. I was saying to you, Mark Cook last night went on Spurs Diehards TTID, made his YouTube appearance on there, and has now taken the plunge and started his own channel. How'd you turn the volume off on this? You got the volume on. I don't know what he said to me, but he said something. Trying to sort out the volume. So Ben Davis has started as it looks like Ben Davis has started at left back with Gray and Royale at centre backs. Yeah, it looks like the Tottenham team that started off is with Davis as left back, and Gray, it looks like he's the left centre half, and the right centre half is Royale, and right back is Porro, obviously. And then the midfield three, I believe, takes care of itself. I think the midfield. I'm just trying to see. So that's Madison's picking up the ball now, and then in the 14th minute and 38 seconds, there's a foul there on Sarr. I'm just trying to see where they're putting. What's his name? Kulusevski. Is that Johnson that's out wide there on the right? I want to see whether Kulu's playing on the left or whether Kulu's playing down the middle. I think Kulu is playing as the false nine. Is that Tottenham goal? It's a goal. Tottenham have just equalised. Is that Pedro Porro? It's Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro has just equalised. He played really well. He turned the man inside the box. And that's a very good goal. That is a very, very good goal. Ball went into Kulu. Kulu's flicked it. Porro's gone beyond him. Yeah, Kulu flicked. Porro's gone beyond him. And he takes it and he scores on his left foot. It was actually a left foot goal. So, yeah, that was a really, really nice goal. It looks like, yeah, you're right, Graham. It looks like Kulu's playing in the middle. Because that's what I was unsure of. When I saw the lineups and it said Johnson and then it said Son and Kulu, I thought to myself, well, Kulu plays on the right. If he's going to play out wide, he plays on the right. But Johnson plays on the right as well. And we hardly ever see Johnson on the left. So I was wondering whether we'll end up playing with Kulu as a false 9. And it looks like he may well be playing there. The goal started from an interception from Archie Gray. And the ball went to Kulu and well taken by Porro. And at the end of the day, what I will say is that regardless of today, Vissel Kobe, and we've said this already. Oh, it's not a bad shot, but not a bad shot. Kulu looks well in the 9. Vissel Kobe are 24, 25 games into their season. And I think they play 38 games. So they're like 2/3 into the season. So they must be, they'll be fit. We're 3 weeks away from starting and they'll be fit, Vissel Kobe. So it will be a test for us, stamina-wise. But it's a step up on the last 2 games. We were having this debate on the Irish Hotspur earlier. I was being asked by Dave, because Dave sets the question up his channel. And we've been asked the question, or we were asked a question about Kulu on the right-hand side. And I was saying that for me, Kulu is not a right winger, but Kulu could do well for us playing in the 8, 9 or 10 role in the middle of the park, and that he's got strength. And, you know, he doesn't have to show speed. Only speed that he has to show is in his head when he's playing. And that's the only speed he needs to show. So, yeah, so that's good. That's good in the sense that, you know, we're stepping up with the minutes and whatever. But they would be. I would have said that they've got to be sharper because they're in 2/3 into their season. Just wanted to say, sorry, I've missed this completely. Taigaru has become a YouTube member. I'm really sorry. I've actually missed this whilst I was trying to set everything up. But thank you very much, Taigaru, for your support, sir. It's much appreciated. And it's come on here, but Peter Kagayas has also become a YouTube member. So thank you very much, Peter, as well, for that. Let me go back to the comments section. Live. So are we up to date, Colin?
We should be, yeah.
Because you left for a second, so it froze for a while.
I know. I don't know why it froze for a second. But yeah, we should be good.
Okay. You've got up too early, son.
I know. I had an alarm set for like 4.
Yeah, but it's too early. Did you work late last night?
No, not particularly late, but yeah, I was up till like 11:30, and then tried. Like I said, I had an alarm set for like an hour before I showed up here, but I don't know where. I don't know why it wasn't working. Oh well, I'm here now.
But you're okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised. How many times did you try to call me? Like 100?
No, once.
That's it. Wow.
That's once, yeah.
Well,
that's once.
Awesome. Well, sorry about that again. Well, let's watch the match. I'm like barely alive. I got my energy drink here. I'm waking up. Oh, did it freeze again?
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Nick Brown. So Peter says, nice play by Spurs. Yeah. Nick Brown says, let's hope for no injuries and a good warm-up game. Yes, Nick. Yeah, that's exactly what we're hoping for. It's just about getting minutes into our legs, learning our patterns of play, becoming sharper, and being ready, or as ready as we can be, for 3 weeks' time. It's 3 weeks and 2 days till we kick off in the Premiership against Leicester. For those that are unaware, I'm running 3 competitions this year, and I've already got, and I'm not changing my mind, so it doesn't matter what happens between now and the game. I've already got my prediction that I'm going to keep with for the Leicester Tottenham game. I'm keeping that. But if people want to go to the community page of El Tol Cockerel, the last 2 postings have one, a fantasy Premier League, and the second from last one is about predict the Premiership, which is on online. So if anybody wants to enter the competitions, they are free of charge. They're both on there. Go to my community page and you'll see both of the competitions on there. So they're both of the last 2 posts. And I will still be doing the regular Friday slot for predictions that I do manually, and that will continue throughout this season as well. So please go to the community page, have a look, join in. It's free of charge. Then we've got Tigaro says, Tigaro says, don't sweat it, mate. Been a fan since the Spurs between the Lions days. I miss Mia. Yeah, Mia is missed in the community, but the one saving grace for her is that she's doing really, really well. She's really happy with life. She's spending time with the kids and stuff like that. And she's really, really happy at the moment, which is good. But we still miss her. Yeah, I totally understand where you come from. We still miss her. The Diddler says, how is Royal in the starting lineup? Madness. Royal and Davis centre back. Oh, it's a great shot there by Sonny and a good save by their keeper. How is Royal starting lineup is madness. The Diddler says, Royal and Davis centre back. Surely Archie's left back. Royal and Davis have been centre back against Man City, is what the Diddler's saying. Scott says, I understand that we have centre backs out, but surely Gray is someone we want to get time playing his natural position. Play a Skip, Bissouma, Royal, Davis that already know the position and the own system. Or how about Phillips that needs game time at centre back? Tigaro's got his thumbs up, and Peter is saying that Levy's at the match. And like that, just like there's a picture of Levy now. So Peter's stream must be slightly ahead because we're on 22, 25, and we're just seeing Levy now. Is this a water break that they're taking? I think it is because so it must be hot and humid out there. I didn't know what the temperature was before the game, but it must be hot and humid out there because they're taking a water break. We are in the 22nd minute. Is this the goal? That's the goal. Yeah. So Sarr try to clear it. Is it Sarr? I think it's Sarr. Sarr try to clear it, and it's gone across the box, or it looks like it's gone across the 6-yard line, and it's been scored by the Japanese player. At the moment, Tottenham have had 159 passes to 92 for Vissel Kobe. They've had 69% possession against 31% possession, and the passing accuracy is in Tottenham's favour. It's quite weird because the passing accuracy for Vissel Kobe is only 79%. And that's weird. So we must be pressurising them because they're into, as I said, 2/3 of their season. And what I did before the game is, because I was on the Irish Hotspur's pump-up show this morning, I quickly looked up the Vissel Kobe squad because we were asked a question and I didn't know how to answer it. So I thought it would best before I answer it. You're well ahead of us. You're nearly a minute ahead of us, Peter, because you've put 24-16. We've not even reached 24 as I'm speaking to you now. Vissel Kobe have a squad and only have, okay, so they've got a Thula, who's a centre back from Brazil. He's worth 1.4 million. They have another Brazilian in their squad, who's Jane Patrick, who's a left winger, and he's worth 600,000. They have a forward. His name is Yoshimori Muto, who's 32 years of age, and he's worth 1.4 million. So they've got 2 players, and their value in transfer market is 1.4 million. Everyone else ranges from 125,000 euros. So this is all euros. So 1.4 million is in euros. And the cheapest player that they've got is someone at 125,000. So yeah, and this team won the J League, suppose, last year, and are currently sitting fourth in the J League now. So that's just a bit of information on them for you.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. I was gonna say I just now pulled up Spurs' lineup for today.
Yeah.
So I'm just not seeing that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Interesting.
do you think so? To me, if I look at the lineup, Colin, I was a bit miffed because I wanted to see Bergvall in the starting 11.
I get that.
Because we've seen the other midfielders, so I wanted to see what Bergvall had to offer in the starting 11. And I would have liked to see Phillips start, because if Royale is so close to going away to Milan, I would have wanted to see Phillips to start instead of Emerson. But he hasn't started him. We've got to bear in mind that the young'uns played a game 2 days ago. So I don't know how many minutes these youngsters are going to get today. I'd be surprised if they got 45 minutes, because otherwise these youngsters are going to get burnt out because they only played 2 days ago. And
Right.
a lot of them, if you look at the youngsters, I mean, if you've got the sheet up at the moment, if you look at the youngsters, most of our bench are youngsters, and if they all played in the game, you've got Lancashire, Vallis, Scarlett, Moore, Donnelly, Hall, Devine, Phillips, Abbott, and then Gunter. That's 10 players there, and they would have had 11 players. So if they've all played a lot of the game, then I don't think that they'll be all playing a lot of the game, many minutes this time around.
Ooh,
That was a nasty tackle there,
it was, yeah.
and that was Kulu, who we were being told this morning had no pace. He's been taken out completely there. That was a naughty challenge, wasn't it? Look, ball breaks. Kulu's on the run. That was naughty. That's a naughty
He
tackle.
did a nice job to get the ball away from himself there, though.
No, that was a naughty tackle.
He kind of drew it, I feel like, a bit though. Like he knew it was coming, so you know what I mean. He got the ball away from kind of.
But the ball was well away. But the ball was well away when he caught. That was a naughty tackle.
Definitely.
The ball was well away.
I think Kulu's smart playing though is what made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the player in the midfield, Tottenham don't look bad. Yeah. Tottenham, they look. Do you want? Let me be honest, right? From what I've seen so far in the 27 minutes, their passing, Tottenham's passing and movement is a lot sharper than the first 2 games, which is good to see, because what you want to see is a step up, don't you, from game to game in pre-season?
Yeah, steady like improvement each match.
Yeah, and this looks like, from what I'm seeing at the moment, the passing and the movement, it ain't 100, because it doesn't have to be 100 for another 3 weeks, but it's certainly better. He's offside. Yeah, I was going to say, don't waste your time. Bring your flag up as soon as possible. That was offside by a long chalk. But yeah, they do look better. They look sharper, and they do look fitter. Yeah, he was offside.
Yeah. But yeah, that's great. Like I said, or like we've been watching the same amount of time, but you've been watching closer than me. I think I've been trying to get awoken, become awake. I've been trying to become awake. But that turnover was kind of ugly, but luckily nothing came.
That was a hospital ball by Sarr to Bissouma,
Mm.
as we call it. It was a shocking pass, but we call it a hospital pass.
Mm.
Bissouma's looked bright today.
Bissouma's looked good. So he's had at least one good preseason match before today. I'll be excited, and I think everyone else is the same. But to see how we do against, I don't know. I was gonna say teams with some like more quality on them, but this isn't a bad team we're playing today. No offense meant to anyone.
Is that Kulu on the ball now? Yeah, Kulu. No, you don't want Kulu out wide. You want Kulu back in the middle. I think there's a lot of people that have been crying out for Kulu to be the false 9.
I've heard it.
But then you also have a lot of people crying out saying that we need to buy ourselves a number 9. So where do you sit, Colin? Is it nice? It's nice to have variation, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. These types of like selection headaches are the ones you want. the team having to make. But no, I mean, let's see. I'll have to see how he does in the center. It already looks like he's making himself involved.
He is.
Making himself trouble for the opposition. So yeah, I mean, I have no problem keeping him there. I don't want to keep a player for like sentimentality's sake, and if I'm not careful, I could start becoming like that with Kulu because, he's been a bright spot in some seasons that were particularly not bright, but that doesn't mean you keep him around. But if he's getting results and he is a nuisance there and is hassling other teams and is making things happen, then keep him. Selection headache type deal. But with the thoughts of maybe getting like Chiesa, wouldn't that kind of put them at odds with each other if they're both, kind of playing across the front three?
Well, did you know that I read out the statement that Postecoglou made yesterday about transfers?
Yeah.
Well, supposedly the ITKs, the hacks, are saying that Chiesa's not one of the ones that's on the Tottenham list. They're saying that he's an opportunistic signing, which happens. Clubs do opportunistic signings as well, but he's not one of the religious ones that is on their radar to sign in their transfer plans. So people are now saying today that they believe that Chiesa is a smokescreen for Neto coming.
Oh, how would you feel about that? I think I would like Chiesa more, but I don't know.
Neto frightens you. Neto frightens people with his pace.
Yeah.
But equally, Chiesa frightens people because he's two-footed. Neto frightens people with his pace.
He frightens me with his injury record.
But yeah, so if I was to look at both of them players, one has played in the Premiership, which is a plus point for Neto. But the plus point that I believe for Chiesa over Neto is that Chiesa seems to be more back with his body from the injuries that he's had. He seems to be more back with it because he played 31 times last season than what Neto does. Neto seems to be like a season behind him on the injuries. Neto didn't play that much last season. So you've got a plus and a minus point for both players. At the end of the day, I was on the Pump Up show with David earlier, and I just said, look, for me, I think we've got the scouting team and everything we've got. Rumours ain't coming out of Tottenham, which is a good thing. At the end of the day, it's a good thing that it's not, because then people don't know our business. But, I can understand why it drives people mad, not knowing who we're going for, and especially with social media now. You've got all these different links that you can find from people, and they're all splaying the AK-47, as I say, and hoping the bullet hits. But years and years ago, Colin, we never knew about transfers. You just got told who's coming in, and that was it, and it surprised you. Whoever the player was, it surprised you. But now, with having social media out there, it's kind of ruined it all.
I can see that. And I think, there's something to be said about a simpler time, people stress themselves out a ton over this shit, and sorry language, but and it's not that was kind of Kane-esque the way that he took that and turned with the ball. Was that Kulu that just got knocked off the ball?
Yeah.
That was nice. I've said for years, at least one. I don't know, that when Kulu gets the ball, sometimes it reminds me of Kane, the way he moves his body and shields the ball with his body, and he's not like the biggest dude, but he uses his body really well. Yep, here it is. But yeah, I mean, nice job, Kulu. Sorry, I'm kind of like I'm finishing about half of a thought, and then I'm falling back asleep in my brain again. But I'm good. I'm awake.
I thought you was watching the game and saying it because something was happening, or you thought something was going to happen. It kind of stopped you in mid-flow.
I'm doing that too.
No.
It's nice to watch the boys play, but preseason's weird.
Yeah, but I like Tottenham whoever they're playing. I like watching Tottenham play any match that they're playing. We have got Daniel Coy says, I don't want Neto, breaks down every season. The Diddler says Neto is one of the best wingers in the Prem. Peter says they are all sweating like bush pigs. That's a nice, interesting saying.
My grandpa used to say something almost exactly like that. That's funny.
Well,
good
David
stuff.
Shear. I spoke to David yesterday when I rang him up to see how he was and that, and I had a chat with him, and he said a saying yesterday to me on the phone, and then today I saw him type it out in the Irish Hotspur, and he says it's like a frog in a sock, which I think is
That's too
brilliant.
good.
It's
Yeah,
just brilliant. A frog in a sock. He comes out with all these brilliant ones. There, Mr.
good,
Shear. He's
good stuff.
absolutely fantastic. But
Oh, we nope.
oh,
But Kane would have
no,
put that away.
no, it's a corner ball. It's a good play by the defender. Well defended. Um,
Damn, look at Son just barely getting himself back on side for that. That was beautiful all the way around.
so you've got Diddler saying half a season from Neto is better than nothing, and you can't believe that there's people saying no to Neto. Mark Cook says, "Big up, Colin. I hope you're well."
Big up, Mark.
Did you
I'm
hear what I
doing
said?
good, man.
Did you hear what I said about Mark earlier?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I thought
What
you was
happened?
away. So Mark Cook made his appearance yesterday on Spurs Die Hard
Oh shit, man.
TTID, and now has decided to take the plunge and start a channel.
Nice, dude. Nice.
And his link is in the chat.
Look at that. Look at that, dude. You got the world famous.
So
Uh
he's got some people already subscribing. So do the good thing. He's another one.
Ooh, that was Archie Gray, everybody. Everybody. Well, that pass at the end made that whole move for not. Except he won the ball back. Jesus, man, that was nice. I'm in a
Oh,
pretty good mood this morning. It doesn't take much to get me excited, but yeah, you see Archie Gray dribble through like an entire
yeah.
team's worth of people. That was nice.
So you got Spurs. So as I was saying, so all the people in the chat. If Mark puts the link up, please go over and subscribe to him and show him love and support. We always support our own here.
Yeah,
And
we
we
do.
support others as well who have become our own but may
Yeah,
support other teams. It's just good to support everybody because everybody does it for a reason. And at the end of the day, you forge links, you forge memories, you forge friendships by doing stuff like this and having each other's backs. So be good to each other, as Colin says, and I say as well.
exactly.
Um, the dealer said, so what you got here? You've got we just got rid of a sick note and now want people to sign another sick note. And then the dealer's coming with, it's not my money, pay Neto and bring him in. Simple. We're not here for bang for buck. We're here for proper footballers. And Spurs GCTV Graham says, make that 3 shocking corners. Peter Kagaya says, lads, this Gray is the real deal.
Yeah, he is. I know. I agree.
The
You don't have to
diddler,
convince me.
the
I
diddler
know it.
says, Archie Gray is my baller. And the diddler also says, we got a gem here, which I don't disagree with.
Yeah, you can't. You can't disagree with it.
And what I will
Oh,
say,
oh, hey, can I ask you a question? Is it Spurs related, just insofar as that it's a player that we have been looking at? But yesterday, I saw a ton of like stuff looking like it was gaining traction. Ivan Toney to Manchester United. Have you seen anything about that?
no, there's nothing there at all, mate. I don't know. I saw your short and I didn't know where you. I looked at your short and I thought, where's he getting it from?
Hell if
I
I
couldn't
know.
find anything. Listen, the only issue with Tony, right,
Mm-hmm.
is they brought in a player to replace Tony called Tiago or something like that, Julio Tiago or something. They bought a number 9 from South America to replace him, and that was a scouting that they'd done because they knew that Tony wanted to go and he was going to get a club and he's not going to sign on. Well, since they've done this, either yesterday or the day before, whether it was in a pre-season match or whether it was at training, this player has broken down with a meniscus injury.
Oh
So
no.
now that that's happened, people are now putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 23 and saying, does that now mean that Brentford won't sell because they've lost the striker they bought in? Now, my argument to that is they've also got Sade there, who they bought 2 seasons ago, who's a young German footballer who they bought, and I think he plays a 9 role as well. So I think that they've got enough cover there.
Well, you know,
And
there's people at Brentford with calculators right now doing math, figuring out, what league position they expect to finish in before this happened, what league position they think they're going to finish in now, and then how much money they're going to lose there, and then how much money they'd lose letting Tony go for free at the end of the season. You know what I
yeah,
mean? There's math being done. You know, people are crunching numbers over there. Just Yeah, I would be.
So at the end of the day, my belief is that Tony will still go. They've got enough coverage, and that Tony will still go. That's my
It's
belief.
a lot of money to leave on the table to let him, especially for a club like Brentford. No, like sometimes I say things as soon as I leave my mouth. I'm like, well, that sounded offensive, and I don't mean for it to, and I'm not trying to be offensive to Brentford. I just think that some teams are like in a position to leave that money there and let that money all go away. But I don't think Brentford are in that position. And again, if I don't know what I'm talking about, tell me to shut the hell up, anybody. And
you carry on rapping, my boy.
yeah, it's early. I don't know.
You've got Peter Goliath says play Gray in the midfield and you Malaka. And then Graham is saying Gray has been the player of the half easily. Nick Brown is saying that he heard the Tony rumours a couple of days ago. So what you're saying about Man United. And then you got Destiny 5 with a high five, a punch, and a white heart.
Was that Gray that just got no Madison?
Madison. And then Daniel Cook says, well, if Brentford don't sell Tony this summer, they're losing him on a free next summer. Destiny 5 then says Tony's able to sign a deal in January, so Brentford would be silly not to sell. I think they will sell. I just think, again, I keep saying this, now that we've got shitter and social media stuff, and it just makes transfers, it makes a mockery of it all because people are lazy. There's lazy journalism that goes on. There's bullshit from agents that goes on. And we're fed so much dribble and tripe, yeah, that some of the stuff that you're being fed is just
so much dribble and tripe.
It's so untrue. But it's not just in the football sphere. It's in the sphere of what happens in the world as well. You're being fed so much shit. And then with AI getting involved as well now, it's just
we're doomed. We're doomed. I'm just gonna go live in a cabin in the woods someplace, Jose. And
I thought you already did, to be honest with you.
Oh snap!
Oh my God, he's sharp in the morning, Jose, and he's sharp. I got up too early this morning.
Yeah, I tried to, but it just didn't work. I wonder how long my alarm just went off. I didn't answer. I slept with it, so you're gonna make fun of me. But I needed to get some sleep because I'm going to Tennessee today, like right after we get done here. And then for Beth's birthday. Oh my God! Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm an idiot. I'll be right back.
All right, you carry on. He's obviously forgotten something. It's his wife's birthday. Come on, guys. What's he like, eh? It's his wife's birthday and he's forgotten something. We're in the 42nd minute, Peter, maybe in the 43rd minute, and it's still Kōbe 1, THFC 1. They've stepped up. To me, it's a step up in football today in the sense that this team is match fit and it's a step up for us. So for me, I'm happy with the way that we're playing so far. It's what I expect. Get some minutes into our legs. I think Ange talked about playing in different environments, and this is definitely a different environment because with the weather they've got there at the moment, we'll never get here in England. We won't get the humidity and the stickiness that you have out in Tokyo. We won't get that here, so it is a totally different way of playing under different conditions that we probably will never encounter here. I'm not sure whether it would even get close, but there we go. Graham comes in with Colin lives in a cabin in the woods. Can you play the banjo? I think Colin can play absolutely anything, to be honest with you. He's a good singer as well, isn't he, Colin? The did that says Brentford fans are dirty at Tony because they could have had 100 million for him before he got done for betting. Now there's a chance he goes for free. I don't think he'll go for free. I think he will be sold and someone will snap him up. And I say someone because it could be anyone that gets him. We don't really know what club he's going to. We don't even know who we're signing. We're just hoping, and I think it's hope, that the reason why we haven't signed any players so far is we'd like to think that some of the players that we're looking for have played in either the Euros or the Copa America, and because they're still, you've got to remember the Euros and the Copa America. I think the final finished. What was the final? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
tomorrow, 2 weeks tomorrow, and these players get 3 weeks off, right? So I would have thought that next week they'll either get the full 3 weeks off, or between the second and third week is when their agents might be, talking to them. Look, you got to come back next week. We need to make decisions of where you're coming back to. Do you see what I mean? So I'm hoping that this week we start getting some traction. But you'd like to think that with the comments that Postecoglou made yesterday, not that he gave anything away, other than that the people that they're going for are still the ones on their radar. You'd like to think that some of these players must have been involved in the Euros or the Copa America. Otherwise, the only other explanation for it is that we're going for players that we can't purchase at the moment because there's a domino effect with their own club and bringing replacements in before they sell. Which,
I mean, that's probably part of it for sure.
yeah, which is what a lot of teams do. It may not be Tottenham, but it's what a lot of teams do. A lot of teams will not release a player until they've brought a player in. Now we know that Crystal Palace have been buying. Have just agreed a deal for Ismail Assar, who's a winger who used to play at Watford, and they've already bought Kamada in, but they've lost Elise. So could Ismail Assar be a replacement for Eze? We don't know. It's all speculation, but we will find out. We're coming into the last few seconds at the moment, according to this.
Oh, from our clock, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, from our clock, it's coming to the last few seconds of the game. Fast 1-2s.
I've seen a lot more quick 1-2s in this preseason than I feel like I saw the entirety of the season last season, Jose. But that's something I've noticed.
Yeah. So, but what we said, on the pump up show earlier on Dave's is that he's had a year, Ange, now a year to embed his philosophy. And also a pre-season as well. This now, because they're now in a pre-season where last year they didn't have a pre-season. It was shocking last season's pre-season, wasn't it? So
yeah, well, what was the deal there? I would love to hear from like a fly on the wall source about what happened with that. But
well, we went to places in monsoon season, so we don't end up playing games, and some of the games that were cancelled, we ended up playing with pub teams. So it was just awful. But this time round, we know that we're having a pre-season.
Right.
Simple as.
Yep.
So everyone, that is half time. The half-time score is 1-1. Vissel Kobe scored in the 9th minute through Yuka Osako and equalised in the 16th minute through Pedro Porro. Nice goal by Pedro Porro. Catching up with the chat now that we're back. It says half-time from Graham. Says half-time Spurs slow to get going, but looked more on it after 10 to 15 minutes. Destiny 5 says, if we get Tony for free, that means waiting another year for a striker. No thanks. And Mark says, how many changes are you expecting at half-time, Jose? I expect the maximum you might do is a couple. Is the maximum. I'm not sure whether you're going to change all 11, really, to be honest here. I'm not sure that you change all 11. Right, as I'm here now, let me see if I can find it. As we are here now, I might back away whilst we've got half time. I have to bring it all up on screen again. If people bear with me. Stu says, the thing about transfers, and this is every club, is that there will be a number of clubs trying to buy the same player, and the striker is the hardest player to find, as they don't on the market often. And Smithy is coming and says, in Archie we trust #14. And that is everything caught up with. I'm just trying to bring up the links now to share with people. If this works. A lot of people showing the love to each other, saying hello to each other at the moment, which is great to see.
Oh, yeah, we love that.
Yeah, we certainly do love that. That community. Right, people. Now that we've got half time, I'm going to share with you, for the people that, because there's some of you here that haven't joined yet. We have two competitions. Well, three competitions going on this year on Hotel Cockerel. Two of them are here on the community page for LTL Cockerel. One is the Fantasy Premier League, which I have the link is there and also the code to enter. And then the second one below it is Premier League Predict the Football, which also has a code to enter the LTL Cockerel League. And I'll show you how it works. So they're both on the community page, yeah? Just for people to understand. They're both on the community page. And I'll go one by one. So people that want to enter the predictions or predict the football league, what you then do is you enter your details, and when you go in, right, let me log into it so you can see. So if I log in, right, it comes up with a page like this, which means every week you do your own predictions, you put them in, so it's all down to you. So you do all the chase. I don't have to do no chasing, but you do it. But the scoring system is run differently to the way that I do it manually, but it's an easy way of entering, and it's the penultimate chat in my community page is for Predict the League. And then once you enter, you just do it automatically. So you enter your scores as you go through. So there you go. I'm entering. There you go. I've entered Man United Fulham. I've entered 2-0 to Manchester United. So 2-0 for them to beat Fulham. But unlike the one that I do manually, and I will be doing manually next season, with this one, you score points for getting. You score 5 points for getting the correct prediction. So the 2-0 score would be a correct prediction. But if you then decided to change that score because some players were out, you found more information, you can change any of your scores prior to the game kicking off. So if Man United won 4-1 and I predicted 2-0, I'd get points for the first two goals that Man United scored, but then I'd get minus points for the next two goals and possibly for the Fulham goal as well, because they want you to get actual predictions. But it's fun, and it's just a form of people being able to do it. If you can't make the Friday shows that I'm going to be doing it on, then you can also do it on here. And at the moment, people that have joined, we have 14 people. So the league currently consists of Carl Simpson, Chris Peters, Colin Sievers, Dan E, who's Dan Coys, Donna Cullen, Graham, who's Spurs GCTV, Jamie Imber, who's Talking Tottenham TV. We've got Johnny Sanchez Vasquez, Joris, who's the Belgium Hotspur. You have me. You've got Kuva99, Rob Belcher, Ronnie, who's in the chat, and Scott M, who is also in the chat as well. They're all entered so far. Then what we also have is the Fantasy Premier League. And with the Fantasy Premier League that we're doing this season as well, it's easy. The link is in the community page. Both the links are. So you go in, and the first thing to do is you pick your squad of 15 players. You can't have more than a maximum of 3 players from each team, and you get 100 million to spend, and you pick your 15 players. They always have to consist of 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 3 forwards. You can change your team anytime you want before the first game of the season. And each week you get a transfer, and you can a free transfer, so you can change a player out. So it's great fun doing it. You pick who your captain is and stuff like that, and then underneath it just shows you each game week. It shows you what games count, and that it's a fantastic way of playing football. This is interactive, so it'll be done at your own leisure, at your own steam. You will do this. I won't have to chase you on it. So if you
That's the
do
best
it,
part.
yeah, I won't have to do any chasing. And then when you've done your team, you go into leagues. You go into create or join a new league, join a league or cup, and then join an invitational league. And there is where you'll put the code in that will take you into the LTL Cockerel League. And at the moment, we have, I haven't looked at this, we now have, what we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we've got 19 players, 19 teams that have entered. And some of the people you will know. So you've got Jose Garcia, LTL Cockerel, which is moi. You have Rob Belcher, who's got We Used to Win Stuff, is his team name. Adrian Chia, has called his team Anja Manager. Brendan Tull, who is team name is Dragon D's Nuts. So Brendan is Dragons D Nuts. You got my wife who's entering, and she's called her team G'day Kōbe. You have me from my normal account because I'm in other leagues, and it says pending moderation. So I will have a team name. Joris is called his team Belgian Hotspurs because he is the Belgian Hotspur. You've got Graham Clutterbuck, who is Spurs GCTV. Chris Peters has called his team Earn Your Spurs. Graham Dunn has called his team 99 Problems. Jamie Imber has called his team Nothing Else Matters. Ian Greenwood is Woody Clarets. Ronnie, who's always in the chats, in people's chats, has called his team Ronsky. Colin Sievers, who is my fellow host today, has got his team called Off to Grandma. James Corley, we all know him as James Loves Spurs, and that's his team name. Carl Simpson is the quad is on FC. Scott M has called himself Happy Clapper FC. Nathan Pittis, who I know as Nathan Pye, has called his team With a Packet of Sweets. And Scott Colliver has called his team Hope and Dreams. I hope everybody possible can enter both of these competitions. They're simple, they are free of charge, and they are on my community page, both of them. Are we in the second half? Because it says 56 minutes gone. That's brilliant. Spurs GCTV says Cooley was instrumental for that goal, made himself available, great fall from Gray, and measured finishing from Porro. Nick Brown says, I'm expecting 4 changes with more to come. Kate from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs is here. She's saying,
Whoa.
good afternoon all. And then
Hi, Kate.
there's people saying hello to each other. And then she's saying that she's all good, thanks. She's getting ready for a gender reveal party at 2. I find out then if I'm having a great niece or a great nephew. I hope everything goes well, and above all, that baby and mummy are healthy. Is above everything. Daniel Coys says, to piss Colin off again, yous are all playing for second place, mate.
Oh, man, here we go.
We go. Daniel sounds Australian, doesn't he?
He does.
He doesn't when I spoke to him last weekend, but today he sounds Australian. To piss Colin off again, yous are all playing for second place, mate.
Hey.
He sounds Aussie. Aussie.
See what he sounds like after I beat him in the league. Oh.
Yeah. It's superb because the only person that's giving any fighting talk at the moment is our boy Daniel is the only one that's giving us fighting talk at the moment. Just for everyone, a reminder that further up the chat, you've got Mark Cook, who made his appearance on Spurs Diehards TTID yesterday, and he's enjoyed it so much that he's taken the plunge and he's starting his own channel. So he's put it in the link because he is a blue spanner and he would like to see if people could subscribe to him. So I'm not sure. I hope you're still here, Mark. You must be because you're commenting. If you are, put your link in again, mate. Put your link in again. And Kate, I saw your post yesterday. Well done on reaching 1,500 subs. So fair play to you, lady. Well done. And that brings me up to date with the chat.
Boom.
So, Colin, were you happy with the first half?
Yeah, from what I saw, I'm excited to watch the second half a little more closely. But yeah, from what I saw, I was happy. Like just happy or excited, I guess is the right word, to see what changes we make for the half. Yeah, it should be good. But yeah, what changes are you hoping to see? I mean, I'm hoping to see quite a few.
I need to see the starting lineup again. Right. I don't think he'll make changes straight away at halftime Because I'm looking at the substitutes and I'm thinking to myself, who does he bring on to improve that? Does he take Sonny on and bring Solomon on? I think it's too early to bring Son off because where are we playing?
True.
We're playing in Asia, aren't we? And
Yeah.
if anything, regardless of the Japanese and the Koreans may be opposing, the Japanese will still be over the moon to see Son playing out there. So I think that Son will play more minutes. I think that he may not make many changes at half time at all. He may ramp it up to them to get 60 minutes or so and start ramping it up a bit. But then I would like to see. I want to see Spence play again. I want to see Phillips playing again. I want to see Bergvall. I want to see Mikey Moore. And then I want to see the conundrum, which is the forwards, because you've got Scarlett, Villiers, and Lancashire. One of them is definitely staying at Tottenham, and two are probably going to go out on loan, or not going to be playing the part in the first team. So I think Ange over the period of the pre-season will make them decisions.
There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Cool. So the stream looks like it's back.
Bergvall's in, according to Pika guys, and Austin. He's bringing Johnson and Bergvall on, but Johnson's on. Skip and Donnelly have come on as well. Corey's they're making loads of changes then, isn't he?
Yeah.
A lot more than what I thought he would have done.
Let me know when to click start on the scoreboard.
Yeah. So Bergvall, Skip, Austin, Bergvall. Is that right? They'll tell us in a minute. They'll confirm it all in a minute. Are you ready? And I'll tell you when to go. Go.
Perfect. Hopefully. Close enough. Here we go. All right.
Oh, I can see Bergvall's on the pitch. So they've taken off Iwanawi, Honda, and Obi. Oops.
All right, fix it.
Or they've either taken them off, or them three have just come on for Kōbe. Sarr.
What the hell was that pass, Sarr? Come on, buddy.
It's interesting. Who's come off? Has Madison come off?
It looks
As
yes.
ball's inside. Oh, it's unlucky. Did someone say Skip's on? Where's Skip if he's come on?
I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. He's playing at centre off.
That's a weird one. He's gotten a lot of minutes there.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Skip's come on at centre, right centre off. So that's where Emerson was playing. And if we're saying Donnelly, does Donnelly replace Ben Davis then? Austin has replaced Vicario. I don't know if Bergvall's replaced him in midfield. Right, so Donnelly looks like he's got the left back. Skip has replaced Gray. Do you know what? It's so small, the screen, I can't work out who's who.
Let me see if I can fix it.
I don't know. Do you know what? It might be on my app.
Here, look, that's better. And look, Sonny just scored.
Sonny has just scored. Son scores. Davis is off as well. Can't see Matters or Biss. So I didn't see the goal because I'm trying to look at something else, but I'll have to look at it again on the repeat. Right, so it's Johnson, pace to burn into the middle. It's an handsball goal, isn't it? It's an handsball goal. It's come out wide. The ball's been put through to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson has burnt the left back for pace, and then slid it across the box for Sonny to put away into the goal. And when you watch Tottenham in their drills in training, it's what they do. This is the drill that they do. And the thing is, you know what their drill is. You know what they want to do. And the one thing is, it's hard stopping it. You know what they're going to do, but it's hard stopping it. So just looking at it, it's Archie Gray must have come off then, because I can see Emerson still playing, and he's playing. I think Skip's alongside him, and I think Donnelly is playing out on the left. So Gray and Davis have come off, and Donnelly's come on with Skip to play in a position. Brandon Austin has replaced Vicario, and I think Bergval's replaced Madison, because I know Kulu's still on the pitch. Although, where's Bissouma? That's Sarr.
Huh. I don't see this much. I don't think.
Okay, so who's this player? Oh, you can't see him. There's a player in the centre circle, bottom end of the centre circle. He's picking up. He hasn't been passed the ball again. I don't know who that is.
He kept showing for it. I saw him.
Yeah, he kept showing up for the ball, and I can't see who that is.
He doesn't look tall enough to be Bissouma.
Is it Archie Gray? No.
No. Who is? I think he's number 23, 22. If it's 22, it's 1 second. Hey, look at that! Nice side tackle, Skippy.
Destiny 5 says, on the scale of today's performance, is it time to be worried? No, it's not. It's 3 weeks away from the Premiership starting. It's not time to be worried.
Yeah, why be worried now? Trust me. I mean, it's there's plenty of time to worry. Don't worry when you don't have to.
Pedro Porro's taking a knock, right?
Yeah, that if I could hurt.
Right, if he's taken a knock, you run the knock off, or if you're not going to run the knock off, you bring Jedi Spence on. What's he done here? Oh, go on, Bergval, getting involved. Meaty challenge. Are you sure that's not Archie Gray playing in midfield?
Nope. But I thought that it was a. Maybe maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
But he's not a 20, he's 14, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's 22, I think.
And the guy looks like he's shorter.
21. 20.
There he is. It's the one that was going to the ball then.
Chasing it now.
No, that's not the one. That's Porro. That's Porro. Nice ball by Bergval. Yeah. What is that? Kulu. Kulu's strong.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah.
Kulu's strong, but he waited for the ball there. Where I think he should have gone towards the ball. He actually waited for the ball.
I didn't. I'll have to watch it closer. No, Kulu's definitely strong.
But but if he had come towards the ball, he would have had that. But he didn't come towards the ball. Right, Bergvall carrying the ball. He's looking for Johnson. Johnson inside to Sonny. He's run right across to this box. Back to Bergvall. But oh, look at that turn. Look at that 2 turns. Did you see the 2 turns? Oh, what skill that was from Bergvall.
I did not see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hasn't led to nothing, but it was just 2 pieces of the ball. It was like glued to his boot. Bergvall's still got a lot to learn, but God, I like what I see from him. The raw ingredients are there. Everything's there. It just needs more of an education, more coaching to build him. But all the raw ingredients are there. He's a good player. He's a good player. He just needs to be exposed to higher level players, higher level opposition, and see whether he sinks or swims at that stage. But I like what I see. I like what I see. Vissel Kobe on the attack, and the screen's frozen. Oh, goalkeeper saved it. Destiny, I agree. We do need signings. And like I said, I don't know if you've been watching my shows, but I said the other day, like a week ago, I said, if you bring in Chiesa, Tony and Eze, would you go to sleep fine at night, knowing that they're your front three? And then 2 days ago, or yesterday, I think it might have been 2 days ago, I said, would you go to sleep fine if it was Neto, Chiesa, and Tony? Any three names that you put in there, any 3 names you put in there, Destiny, are going to make us better. So if we do make 3 attacking signings, it probably will make us better than what we currently are at the moment. Which will also mean that we can get rid of some of our deadwood that we've got as well, or some players that we don't need that will become surplus. We could possibly get rid of them as well. So we're now in the 55th minute. Tony, Chiesa, and 1 more would be nice, is what Destiny says. And you would sleep happy if that happens. And this is exactly what I said to people the other day. Would you sleep happy if that happens? So at the moment, they're playing within themselves, just passing the ball around, trying to build up attacks within themselves. Bergvall, Saar. Who's this tiny player? I can't work out who the midfielder that's come on is. It's not Divine. Ain't Mikey Moore or anyone like that. And I'm not sure whether it's Max Abbott or someone like that. Good running back there by Sonny. To Porro, to Saar, to Porro, to Saar, to Sonny. Sonny back into Saar. Saar to Sonny. To Kulu. Kulu to Emerson. Emerson back to the keeper. Can anyone in the chat help me out? I'm trying to figure out who the third midfielder is.
I'm back, by the way.
No. Just trying to work out the third. Is it Abbott?
Yeah, I can't tell. I'm gonna have to look at something here.
I think it's Abbott. It's the guy that's on the ball now, who's just passed it to Sarr, who seems to be just walking around. And he seems to be playing a defensive role. Although I say that and he's now gone out wide left. Yeah, Scott, I can't work out if it is. I thought it was Archie Gray, but then for some reason, the angle I'm watching it, I thought, well, Archie Gray, he looks too small to be Archie Gray. So I can't work out who it is. And obviously, we haven't got the
Austin,
sound.
Bergvall, and Donnelly were the only ones that came on. So it must be Archie Gray.
And Skip came on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right, Mikey Moore's coming on. There's two subs on the touchline that are coming on. One's Mikey Moore. I'm trying to see the other ones. I did say that a lot of these first team will get 60 minutes, didn't I, today?
You did.
So Sonny's coming off, and he's giving the armband to Oliver Skip. So it's Gray. So it is Gray that's moved into midfield as a 6 then, because there's someone is playing as a 6. Cockney Johnny Vasco. There's it's on. So Manor Solomon and Mikey Moore are coming on, and Son's one of the players that's gone off, and he's replaced by Mikey Moore. And they're saying that Manor Solomon's coming on. Cockney Johnny Vasco, you're asking what channels it's on. Apparently it's on YouTube. On J League on YouTube, supposedly.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah. And it's also on Paramount Plus. It's on CBS.
I have Paramount Plus. That's funny. Well, oh well, we're watching it, so we're good.
But I hope you're well, Johnny. I hope you're well, sir.
Yeah, brother. Hope you're doing good, man.
Ball across. Picked up by a left footer. Oh, it's a good goal. Oh, he's hit the post. It's Donnelly. That hit the post, didn't it?
Oh, let me see here.
That's inverting for you, because look where Donnelly is.
Wow.
It's hit the post. It's hit the bottom of the post.
Sure has.
So Graham says it looks like Graham Bergvall pivot. Now, I made a comment the other day, about a week ago, where I turned around and said that Gray and Bergvall haven't come here to make numbers up. Gray and Bergvall have come here. There's going to be a changing of the guard, whereby I think that some of the midfielders, if they're not moved on now, right, which Højbjerg, it has been moved on, and it looks like the Sosa may be moved on, that if people weren't moved on now, I said that some of the midfielders will be moved on next season. And when I'm talking about some of the midfielders, I'm going to include now Bentancur, Bissouma, and players like that. They will be moved on. Mikey Moore with a shot. Oh, it's hit the defender who was dived on the line, and then it's come back, and the goalkeeper's got in his hands. I think that these two players have come in, and we're going to see a changing of the guard. So a bit like Richarlison was supposed to be Kane's replacement and came in a year before Kane left. I think that looks like handball.
It did look like it to me too.
I think that we're going to see something similar from these midfielders that have come in, to be honest. Graham says so close for Mikey. Yes, exactly what I just said. It was close.
All right, everybody. What's up? How's everyone doing? And we build from the back. Skip is an anomaly of a player. I know he's not good enough for us. How does everybody here feel about Skip? Is he getting minutes in the central back position due to necessity? Oh, Vissel Kobe 2, Tottenham 2. I could tell after that first deflection that wasn't going to be good. You missed a goal, Jose.
I'm watching it now. They've equalized.
Yep. I could tell after the first bobble this takes that it wasn't going to be good.
Is that an own goal or no? Did it come off one of our players? Oh, Skip got sold. Skip got sold there, didn't he?
He did. He did. And it might have come off one of our players, but it looks like it was already going goal bound.
Emerson. And it's not his fault. He's made the tackle.
Yeah.
Have faith, people. It's pre-season. Mikey Moore. And another break for water break. So Divine's coming on for Sarr. Phillips is on. Abbott is on. Lancashire is on. Don't know how many. Well, a load of players have come off because a load of players have come on. Destiny, they're not a semi-pro team, mate. They are a professional team.
I'm finally starting to feel awake.
So Jez Spencer's come on. George Abbott, Ashley Phillips.
Hey, I was asking the gang this question, Jose. Do you think Skip would be getting any minutes at all were it not for our defensive problems?
And
that might have been a bit hyperbolic, but do you think he would have gotten the minutes? I mean, not the minutes he's gotten now, for sure. I don't know. I mean, when you see Skip, he looks fairly tidy at times. He's a weird one to me because he's good but not good enough. You know what I mean? And good is relative. He's a good footballer compared to me, or but yeah, I don't know. I can't figure him out.
Spence on the attack. I think the way that we've played and the way he's done pre-season, he's given 45 minutes here and 45 minutes there. Oh, good, great cross. Lancashire diving in, missed it. The way that he's given 45 minutes of here and there, it's a great cross by Divine. He would have got game time, wouldn't he? Because he would have started off with one team and then put another team on in the second 45. So whether he played the first 45 or the second 45, he would have got the time anyway.
It's true. Good point. Good point.
Scott says, I think his time at Norwich, now since coming back to us, Skip has shown he's a championship level player, just like Winks with Leicester. Scott, I don't agree totally that he's a championship level player. I think he's a Premier League level player, but maybe in a different system and for another side.
I think Winks too. If we're gonna talk like
Winks,
that.
and for Winks, I will say Winks has always been a Premiership player. He just started off playing one way for Tottenham, and then ended up through the managers that we had playing something totally different. He's gone back to Leicester, and he's played really well. If you watch enough of Leicester this season because they're in the Premiership, you'll see that Winks is tidy. Winks is a tidy player, but I don't think he's suited the ways that Conte, Mourinho, and Nuno Espirito Santo wanted to play.
Agreed.
Gus Parker's come in. Says there's simulations of this match on YouTube that look like FIFA or something, but they are mirroring the real match. Everyone was 2-1 Spurs, and then it just went 2-all. That's the links when I was waiting for Colin. when I went on YouTube and I typed in Vissel Kobe versus Tottenham, that's exactly what I found. It looks like someone's playing. It's like AI is playing it in FIFA mode, but it's the match now. It mirrors the match now.
Weird. Wonder how they did that.
The youngsters have come on, and the youngsters do what they do. They're fearless, aren't they?
Yep, absolutely.
And they'll play their own way. They got another water break. They must have.
It looks like it. Yep.
The weird thing is that Archie Gray was still playing. The passing accuracy of Tottenham is 92% compared to 80% of Vissel Kobe, and Tottenham had 11 shots to Vissel's 7.
Man. Mikey Moore looks like he's about 12. I'm excited to see these last 20 minutes. I think we're going to pull it out. We'll get a nice little win.
Yeah.
Is it bad? I don't know. I mean, if we lost, it wouldn't really upset me to a great deal, but I know a lot of other people would be very upset. How would you feel? We don't get a win. You're going to lose sleep over it?
It's pre-season's pre-season. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're not going to be prime position at this, because otherwise you'll be overcooking and you'll burn out quite quickly.
Agreed.
Mark, we have a team for the youngsters now. He's changed everyone by the 60th minute, apart from Archie Gray. Archie Gray's gone into centre midfield now. Oh, look at this football there. Oh, look at the football there. The football there was brilliant.
Yeah, such slick 1 and 2 touch passing. God, that was beautiful.
Off the training ground.
This is cool. I do feel like there's been a lot of talk about, will Ange adapt? Is he ready for this league? this and that. Yeah, I mean, I think he is ready, and I think that he'll show this season that he'll have deviated from his normal tactics a bit because he's had to. I'm excited to see what we bring this season. I think it'll be a fun watch. If that little piece of play is anything to go by.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the philosophy is there, and it's the tactics that you employ to get your philosophy across. And I think, as I keep saying, he played with what he had last season. We've now got rid of 12 players in a year. So we've actually got players out of the club. There's more to leave at the moment. He gets players in that he wants as well. His philosophy doesn't change. Tactics will change, dependent, but the philosophy will still be the same. And you've got a pre-season where you're not going to monsoon countries and having games called off and then playing against sailor teams. At the end of the day, this will be a proper pre-season for them, and they will benefit from them. Whether they stay, whether they get sold, whether they go out on loan, people will benefit from this pre-season.
Well said.
That's offside, surely. Do you know what's good? Is in this game, look, he's offside, right? You can see he's offside, yeah? Plays the ball through, and as he goes through, he doesn't get that far down the pitch before the linesman sticks his flag up. Normally, last season, they'd finish all the actions and then pull it back, wouldn't they?
True. We don't seem nearly as hesitant to kind of make the final. Ugh. Yeah, I was going to say that was a rough challenge.
Ash Phillips, yeah. Ash Phillips. But, yeah. We'll score again.
Oh, yeah. We've been creating things left, right, and center, so. I will say, so wait, you might have been talking about this earlier when I was like busy or half paying attention, but so in the J League, are they part of the way through their season?
2/3.
Okay, yeah, they do look fit.
Just over the bar by Mikey Moore, great cross. They've played 25 games of their league season. There's 38 games.
Okay, gotcha.
And they're fourth in the league. So this team, they played last week. They drew 3-3 last week. So this team are well fit and up for it. And yeah, they're in this season.
Awesome. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't been really behind on the scores. I was behind on everything else today, but at least the scoreboard's correct.
Well,
And
we've
then,
got
like,
to get
oh,
something, right, haven't we?
exactly. No, but I was talking to you a second ago, and I was like, yeah, I have to we have to leave town early and then I just ran off. And it's because I hadn't said happy birthday to Beth yet, and we'd both been awake, and I hadn't even told her happy birthday.
Well, when you went away, I was saying that we said happy birthday to Beth, and how could you forget?
Yeah, I know. I'm a piece of crap. But we're doing something really cool. We're going to Tennessee. We're going on like a big, I think it's like an hour, maybe 2 hours long hike. But then it like leads to like a waterfall and like a little lake thing. I don't know. It's supposed to be really nice. So
How far is Tennessee drive from you?
3.5 hours.
There you go. It's just a little waddle down the road for you lot.
Yeah, just a little jaunt down the
You,
street. Yeah.
you and the guys in Australia in the outback and all that for you. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a little trek. It's only 800 kilometers. And like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I just got new tires put on the car 2 days ago. That's not cheap, but hey, that's a whole other operation, whole other story. But yeah, so I got the tires changed because I'm driving. Some friends are coming with us, and I'm driving, so I have to. I wanted to make sure nobody died, so I got new tires. It was time.
Yeah, it's quite important that when you're driving a vehicle, it's quite important that your vehicle is sound.
Yeah, and that this stays on the road, especially if it's just you, you can kind of decide, how much you care about yourself, but you have other people in the car, and then you're like, all right, well, you know,
Doesn't matter whether it's just you in a car. Your car should be roadworthy. Come on, mate. Where are you? You live
I'm,
in Toxteth in Liverpool,
yeah, no, I'm from West London.
West
Uh,
London.
I'm a
Where?
Hammers fan. I'm a Hammers fan.
Oh my God.
I actually went to West London when I was there last. I was like, ugh. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, by the way. Uh, West London's nice.
I can't understand. I was just thinking to myself, why would you? You don't want to jeopardize your health by getting into a not roadworthy vehicle.
Oh yeah, I know. You're totally right. Um,
Well,
I'm glad it's nice to have the tires changed.
that much I know. I know I'm right. God, you're a fool and a madman to get into a vehicle that wasn't roadworthy.
I know. Is this the place I'm looking for? I went to a really, really cool place. I think this is it. No, this is the shop. This is what I want. I went to a cool place in London that had graffiti everywhere. It was the coolest place I'd ever been. I gotta figure out what it was called.
He was joking. Destiny's 5 saying East London is West Ham, Cole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll pretend I didn't say that. But yeah, West Ham, gross. So wait, who's West London? If you're a West Londoner, what team?
Chelsea, Fulham,
Yeah, yeah.
QPR.
Well,
Chelsea, Fulham,
Fulham and
QPR is all
Kobe.
West London.
Okay.
South London, you got Crystal Palace. Sorry, West London as well as Brentford. South London is Crystal Palace. East London is West Ham, and North
Yeah.
London is Tottenham Arsenal.
Cool. All right.
That's out the teams that are in the Premiership at the moment. But I mean, there are
Oh yeah, I'm sure
QPR not in the Premiership. Charlton is South East London. Wimbledon is Southwest London or South London if you want. Charlton's South London.
Okay.
Leyton Orient is North London.
Gotcha.
And then Johnny Bethnal Green says coolest place in London. According to Johnny Bethnal Green, Johnny Vasco says the coolest place in London is Bethnal Green.
Hey, Johnny, Bethnal Green, was that where I was at? You think when I saw the cool graffiti, there was tons? You'll know what I'm talking about, I think.
Bethnal Green is more East London sides.
Yeah, we did venture that direction for a while. Hold on. Now I'm gonna Google it. I'll figure this out, guys.
Bethnal Green, Whitechapel, and all that. Commercial Road.
Yeah, cool. Bethnal Green, Brick Lane. This was
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Brick Lane's where all the curry houses are that you bring a bottle.
Yeah.
There was a cross there and it came off Spencer's leg and went wide from Divine. Divine's done quite well. I think Divine's looked really, really. Divine's played well since he's come on. He's looked really good. But then I think Mikey Moore's played well as well. I like the look of Mikey Moore. The youngsters have got a lot of energy. The youngsters have a lot of energy. And they're unpredictable because you don't know enough about them. So they can surprise people because you don't know enough about them. And then the other thing is that with a lot of the youngsters, because they're all trying to impress and they all want to get their first team slots or more minutes on the tour and more minutes for the pre-season, and they want to stay within the team. it means a lot of their football they're doing for themselves. So it's not a team effort, so to speak. They're trying to do it for themselves. Lancashire's on a one-on-one. He's out wide. Defenders held him up. Oh, it's the ball across the centre of the box, and it didn't get to his opponent. To Jed Spence.
Kind of split them both.
So Jedi Spence, and Jedi Spence is running back now. That ball goes through. Oh, if it did go through, it would have been offside. So we're in the 83rd and a half minute, peoples. Cross. Out. That's it. Picked up. There's a shot. Well wide. Well wide. It's funny you say that, Daniel says. Our passing at times has been so sloppy and under here. When I was looking at the stats earlier, Tottenham's passing numbers are much greater than the J Leagues, but their their end product is also far better. Mikey Moore out on the left-hand side. Nice ball inside the Jed Spence across the 6-yard box, saved by the keeper. Solomon. Oh, what's going on there? Did too much passing. Then there's Solomon again. Oh, it's gone over. It's nice, intricate football, but it's just overdoing it. Look at this 1-2. Oh, he's inside. He plays the ball.
Oh man!
Across the 6-yard box. And Solomon guides it over. God, Postacog is not happy with that. He's swearing there, isn't he? Divine out here on the right hand side. Ball out wide to Solomon. Solomon inside to Bergvall. Bergvall back to Skip. Into Bergvall. Chips it across. Who's aiming for Mikey Moore. Doesn't get it. Gets cut out. Nice tackle by Spence. Spence on the attack. Inside to Mikey Moore. Oh, defender cuts it out for a throw.
Just too much on that pass by Spence. It was almost a perfect move.
Slightly. It was just ever so slightly too much, wasn't it? So. Well, for the last 10 minutes or so, it's been all Tottenham. Oh, it's going in. 6 yards. It's a goal. It's a goal.
Yeah, baby.
And guess who scored? And what did I say earlier?
He was looking good. You were right.
What did I say earlier? Mikey Moore to get another GA. A goal or assist. He will do something again. Mikey Moore does something in every game he plays. Bergvall out. It's gone to Solomon. Solomon has put it inside to Donnelly. Donnelly across the box. Again, this is, if you look at this goal, right, this is Postecoglou in training. 2 of the goals today are what you see when you see Tottenham Hotspur training. They show you the drills. They are the drills that you see Tottenham do. And the thing I keep saying to people is, although these are the drills and they're repetitive, they do it over and over and over again. and they keep repeating and repeating to get them right and to drill this into people, right? When you put them into match practice, they are so difficult to defend against. You know what the team's going to do, but you can't defend against it. It's the same as, let me say, like going back in the day, you had Ginola, right? Ginola could shake his hips and drop his shoulder. You knew where he's going to drop his shoulder. You knew what he was going to do, but he'd still get away from you. And that's the type of football that two of the goals we're seeing today. We're seeing 2 goals today from the team that are what we see and are reminiscent of the training pitch that we see in the Tottenham videos of them training. And they scored 2 goals that are picture perfect today on the pitch. So you know that they work on it. You know teams are going to work you out that you work on this, but it's so difficult to stop. If you get it right, it's difficult to stop. And Mikey Moore has just got another assist. And he's got an incredible stat at the moment for goals and assists in the games that he's played recently. I'm very happy for the boy. And I think the boy should be getting minutes in the season coming up. Maybe off the bench and that, but he should be getting minutes because he's got enthusiasm. He's got quality as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's got the kind of things that we're going to need for next season. And I'd be playing him a few minutes, and people were saying, yeah, but he'll only get like 2 minutes here and 2 minutes there. I'll be playing him more than 2 minutes because the boy obviously has come on and he can affect the game. It's not as if he started any games for Tottenham in pre-season. He's been playing as a substitute coming on or playing in the second half, and he's affected every pre-season game he's played so far. Even the one that behind closed doors that we didn't get to see, he scored twice in that. Now, who's to say that he didn't just score twice, but he might have assisted in the other 3 goals that Tottenham got? So, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Look at this skill. The guy is superb. Look at him. Oh, he has got skill in abundance, isn't he?
Yep.
He's absolutely, yeah. He's just a phenom. He's not a normal 16-year-old.
No, that is not.
Daniel Coyes is saying that Bergvall has really impressed me. So comfortable on the ball and in tight spaces. Chris Peters, good afternoon, Chris. Chris Peters says, scrap the first team. I want this team to.
Yeah. Big up. Hey, big up Chris Peters, by the way. Good to see you, buddy.
And Cockney Johnny Vasco says, we need to play some of these young men. They're pucker. There you go. There's another word. Another pucker. Pucker.
I like it. I like it.
What's happened to the link? It's gone.
It's gone. Hold on. Let me press play again here. Oh, God. They might have decided the game's over.
And did it in Scotland.
Scotland. I know, that's all I hear.
So there's 91st minute. We've got 2 more minutes left because there's 3 minutes of injury time. Oh, good tackle. That's a great tackle from Spence. Spence, he's closing down speed. Listen, this guy's rejuvenated. Spence is a rejuvenated player. Spence can be an important member of this squad. If he's on it, he can be an important player in this squad. You see Mikey Moore's skills there. Yeah, it's important that we keep Jed Spence around. It saves us money. If his head's in the right space, he's a good player to have around and a good squad player. And it saves us having to go spend 20 or 30 million on another right back.
Very true. Yeah, he's really good. I like what I've seen from him. And I mean, we've always known that he's got the tools. Just there have just been other question marks around his game.
So we're into the last minute now of this pre-season friendly. Scott says Spence is playing against Vissel Kobe's B team. I think we need to watch giving him too much credit when he's been awful for 2 seasons in real games. I don't know where you've seen that he's been awful for 2 seasons, Scott, because he's hardly worn a Tottenham shirt in 2 years. He's only ever played a couple of minutes here and a couple of minutes there. He's not played at all. He's been out on loan for the last 2 years. So I don't know how you can say that because I've not seen him play. And I've heard that, the loan that he had at Genoa last year was a really good loan, and he played really well. So therefore, what you just said there, mate, doesn't actually really stack, to be honest, because he hasn't played with Tottenham for 2 years. Daniel Coy says, like I said earlier, Jose, Spence is in the shop window, mate. I don't think he's in the shop window. So there you go, people. The game has just finished. It's 3-2 to Tottenham. The players have been substituted. The players that have been substituted look absolutely knackered. But there's heat. They're sweating. They look absolutely knackered. But boys, they've put a shift in. And the game is finished, and they've won 2-1. Let's say, right. Sorry, Scott says he didn't play well in his last loan. He spent more time on the bench, healthy, than he did playing. His last loan was at Genoa, Scott, last season, and he played really well at Genoa. He had a really good loan at Genoa, hence why they wanted to buy him. He's had a really good loan, and that's where he was last on loan. It was at Genoa, and he had a good loan. The second half of the season, he was pulling up trees for Genoa. The season before that, he was at Rennes because Joe Rodon was there with him at Rennes, and until I think he played because their right back was out injured, and when their right back came back, they put their right back because their right back was their captain, and they put him back in the team when he came back fit, and then he didn't end up playing for Rennes as much after that. So people said that loan kind of like spilled over because the other player came back and got more time. Sorry, Scott. Yes, at Genoa he really started and played. He played at Genoa, Scott. Genoa was his last loan. He played. He had game time. He had lots of game time at Genoa. Do you know what, Colin? I'm looking at the clock. The clock's actually wrong now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that can be full time now, and it's just 2-3.
Yeah. But hey, you're gonna hate me, but I have to go.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
gotta
not.
get on the road. Okay,
Can
sorry.
I
I know I've kind of dropped the ball today, so sorry about that.
Can you just? I'm going to get rid of this soon, but can you just go to the full time and just leave it at full time?
Yeah,
Colin,
of course.
thank you very much for coming on. Listen, happy birthday to Beth, mate.
Thanks, man. I'll let her know.
And make her a happy lady.
I will.
All right.
You got it, boss.
Make her a happy lady. That's the main thing to do.
You got it. Yep. Alrighty, but let me fix that scoreboard. Boom.
Thank you very much. There we go. So the game's done, and it's 3-2 to Tottenham.
All right. See you guys.
See you later, Cole. Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Graham says, last season fans were screaming to see youngsters play. This season they will get their wish as they are now ready. AJ is saying, big up, Jose, my brother. Good afternoon, AJ. I hope you're well. Graham says, big up, Cole. Enjoy your trip. Yeah, Colin is on his way to Tennessee. I didn't ask Colin, but isn't that Tennessee where they do the buffalo wings? Or chicken wings, or whatever they call them, the buffalo wings with the sauce and all that. But I hope he enjoys himself with his lovely wife on her birthday. It's interesting because Colin's wife's birthday is today. Julie, who we all know as Tottenham mum, his mum, her birthday is on Monday. And then yours truly is on Tuesday. So there's a lot of great people that are fellow Leos like me, which is interesting to see. But yeah, people, 3-2 to Tottenham. Game is finished. It's few players got a bit more minutes in the legs than what they did for the first two games, and the youngsters even that they came on, even though the youngsters played at the friendly against the Japan under-19 invitational team or the international side a couple of days ago, the youngsters still got some time, and yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. Two of the goals, I'm going to say this again for people, two of the goals that were scored were absolutely off the training ground. So we get to see on the training ground, we get to see so on YouTube, Tottenham have got their own channel and they show training from the training pitches. and they show them, you know, during regular season and in pre-season. And 2 of our goals today, so the one that Sonny scored and the one that Mikey Moore scored, are picturesque and are exactly carbon copies of what we train and do on the training pitch. And as I keep saying to people, if you get it right and the execution is right and you get the passing and the timing right, even though teams know what you want to do, it's so difficult to defend against. Yeah. And I say this like to players, and I say it's like when Ginola used to play. Ginola used to drop his shoulder, right? And even though defenders knew what he was going to do, it was so difficult to stop him because it was an art form. It's the same as playing, setting up the game, setting up goals, patterns of play. It's an art form. The more you do it, the better that you're going to become at it. And you know, at the end of the day, that like 2 of them goals were off the training pitch, and you just can't stop it. So AJ say, yes, mate, I'm good. Impressed with that performance on the whole. Once again, the young players stepped up. I thought Biss played well in the first half. I thought he was involved and played well. I thought Lou did well in the false 9 role. It's better than playing him out on the right. Brennan scored. Sonny assisted. So first half weren't all that bad. Sarr was getting about. A lot of industry trying to get about, and that got the legs. Madison was quiet. A few nice touches, but it was quiet in the whole. Archie Graham pressed again at centre half for me. Vicario didn't have much to do, and the other players, I don't think defensively they had much to do either in the first half. And in the second half, the players in the second half, the youngsters play without fear. They're all trying to impress, but there's 2 ways of looking at it. You either try and impress where you're not playing a team game, right? Or some of these players, because they've grown together in the academies and that, they kind of help each other along, and then you see patterns of play. So Divine, Mikey Moore, Donnelly played the perfect inverted left back. I mean, Donnelly was on the edge of their box at times, so you know he played quite well. He popped some shots off and that. So yeah, you know. Cockney Johnny Vasco says, my dad's birthday's on Tuesday as well. Spanish Leo, oh blimey. So, Johnny, that means me and your father share the same birthday. And for those that didn't know, I was born 2 years to the day after England won the World Cup. So on the 30th of July, which is my birthday, England won the World Cup on the 30th of July as well. What do you think of Madison, Jose? I'm not really a fan of him. He just impresses me when I watch him. Madison, an on-form Madison, and the thing is, you've got to unlock the key with Madison. What you're trying to get out of Madison is a whole season of Madison. A lot of people at Leicester will turn around and say that he only plays in patches in half a season, and then he sort of like he tails off, fitness-wise or whatever it is, he tails off. But he's had a proper pre-season this season at Tottenham, so I'm hoping that it picks up and he plays. Yeah, I'm just hoping he plays really, really well for the whole season. A Madison on form and a Madison on fire will be a great addition and a great benefit to this team. So, and that's what we want. At the end of the day, we support the club, and in support, what we want is we want our players to do well and to improve our team and to improve our chances of winning games, which then improves our chances of lifting up that colour silver. So yeah, so a really good Madison it would be a beneficial player for Tottenham if we can get him there. AJ says Biss played well, yeah. Kulu should always play centrally. Sarr was sloppy a few times for me, probably lack of fitness. Destiny 5 says, I used to play football with Ginola's son Andrea at summer camp in London, but then we were going to Villa and I haven't seen him again. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame because if you make friendships, it's nice to keep in touch with the friendships you make. AJ said, Divine looked very sharp. He's passing in the final third of Scotland. I said Divine, Mikey Moore, Donnelly, they all played well. And they all looked like they weren't trying to outdo each other. They were playing for each other. And that's probably because they've all come through the unders together. So because normally what you get, some of these youngsters, they try to catch the eye in pre-season and they try and outdo each other for, for the attention, for time, for minutes and stuff. But with these players, I think because they've come through together, they are not jealous of each other. They want to see each other do well, and they're very good camaraderie there. And I thought all three played really, really well and were very effective. Daniel Coy says, the one criticism I would say is the passing was sloppy today. Too many under-hit passes. Could have been the pitch, Daniel. It's a new stadium. It could have been the pitch, more so than the players. So who knows? We'll have to remain to be seen. AJ says, I think Madders was very good in parts, but he needs to maintain it for a full 90. For me, it's more than a full 90. I think he needs to be maintaining it for more than half of the season. That's what we want to see. Cockney Johnny Vasco says, cross our fingers for Madders next season then. Yeah. And AJ says, I don't think Spence is going anywhere. He has impressed me every game. It's exactly my thoughts as well, AJ. I think he saves us money in the long run because, and I keep saying this, we were linked with Vanderson and players like that would have been 20 million plus. And with that being 20 million plus, and now we save money that we can use in other areas because Spence has bucked up his ideas and he's improved as a footballer, in the sense that his mentality is in the right place. And as I said earlier, I think going to Italy, which he went on his own to Italy, he didn't have his hangers on, where he's been accused in the past of being a flash Harry, so to speak. It was the hangers on, and the family getting involved and stuff like that from stories, because I don't know for definite, but this was the stories that were coming out of Tottenham. This is what our Leeds friends have told us as well, some certain stories there. And when he's gone on the loan to Genoa, which is a different country, different way of life, he's gone there without all this entourage, and he's had to knuckle down. He's had to learn a new language, a new culture. He then also has gone to probably one of the best countries for defending, because that's what the Italians are made for and named for, and they build their teams from their defence. So he's got a really good schooling in the art of defending. He's come back with a clear head, and he's got back to Tottenham, and I'm hoping that the conversation's been had, because 3 weeks ago he was linked with Genoa. Tottenham was speaking to Genoa to get rid of him, and that's all now fallen by the wayside. So I'm hoping that him and Ange, or him and the coaching team, have had a conversation, and that he's turned around and said, "Yeah, I want to give this 150%, right? I want to give this 150%," and then he's been given the opportunity. I think that Tottenham would do really well by keeping him, because it means that we don't have a hole that needs to be plugged, and we don't have to spend money in that area. And if the boy wants to be at the club, and the boy wants to play, and the boy wants to impress, then you keep someone like that. It's better to have someone that's positive and beneficial to the squad than someone that's negative and that is a hindrance and is going to offer nothing at all to the team. I don't think Spencer's going anyway. He's impressed me in every game. Yeah, Bergvall again was impressive, finding his feet, still but popping up everywhere like a walker mole. I said, AJ, I said this last week or 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago even, I said that for me, Bergvall and Gray have come in to shake up that first team. They've come in, there's a changing of the guard. If players don't go this season, they'll definitely go next season, because I can see these two players coming in and being first teamers by next season, and others as well by next season, in the sense that we might buy some players or we might have some more. I've gone out on a bold statement. I said earlier on today that the two players for Tottenham that I'm going to say will be in the World Cup squad for 2 years' time, depending on who the manager is, because we don't know who the manager is yet. But if they're going to play open football and attacking football and attractive football, rather than the football that we were served up for England, which was very defensive minded, then I'm thinking Archie Gray and Mikey Moore will be in the World Cup squad in 2 years' time. Football has changed. Football has evolved. Youngsters are given a chance international level. If you're good enough, you're given a chance. and I think these two players are good enough. And if given a chance, I think they will be there. Cockney Johnny Vasco says he really enjoyed watching Spence today. Graham says Spence was good going forward, but also in defence. Destiny said, from what I hear, Spence has an ego problem. He rejected going to a kids' hospital with the club. Destiny, I just said that the issues that he had at Tottenham and the issues that he had at Leeds, which supposedly all were led and driven by friends and family and his own persona, I think when he went to Italy on loan, he went on his own. He didn't carry all the baggage with him, and he's gone somewhere. He's had to learn the culture. He's away from his comfort zone. Didn't have all the baggage that he carries with him, with all the hangers-ons and stuff like that. Didn't have the family influences and stuff, and he's gone somewhere where he's had to be on his own. He's had to learn. And he also, apart from learning, he's gone to the best league in the world for defensive, because Italy build all their teams, whether it's club football or international football, on defences. So he would have been coached perfectly on the arts of defending and that. He's come back. I'm hoping that they've had that conversation at Tottenham Hotspur way. He wants to give it 130, 140, 150%, and he's been given a chance to do so. Saves us money in the long run. And it does. It just saves us money in the long run, because we have been linked with other right backs. But he could be the answer. And at the end of the day, I would like to see him stay. Graham says, if Spence can break through at Spurs, it will help his career far more than being sold abroad, in my opinion. Daniel Coyce says, Daniel Coyce says, if Levy gets a 12 million bid for Spence tomorrow, he would be gone, mate. But AJ has said, Dan, I disagree. With us looking to offload Emerson, it leaves us short in that area, and we also sell Spence. Then you need to spend to replace. Selling makes no sense. Peter Kagaias says, I'm back, lads. Hello, Peter. Welcome back. Toxic Headshot. Good afternoon, Toxic. I hope you're well, sir. Nice to see you here. Did you enjoy the game? It's pre-season. It was a victory. It was minutes in people's legs. Yeah, it is what it is. What did people make of it? Peter Guy says Spence rejected going to a kids' hospital. If it's true, get rid of him, the prick. Peter, this happened like 2 years ago. And as I said, and I keep saying again, I think what's happened and the changes in him is that he's not got the hangers on, and he's not got the family influencing him like he had before. And now, if he hasn't got all that, right? If he hasn't got all that, and he now concentrates on his football, he can be a really good asset and a really good player for the team and for the squad. And that's what I want to see. I would like to see that part of him. So with that being said, next pre-season game is on Wednesday, the 31st of July. So it's in 4 days' time, and that will be against the K League, and that will be half an hour later. So when we go to Korea, the kickoffs are an hour later. So the kickoff against the K League is at midday. In England, it'd be midday BST, and also next Saturday against Bayern Munich, because it's in Korea as well, it will also be another midday kickoff. So at the end of the day, I will be doing both the watch-alongs, and I will be starting half an hour earlier. So both watch-alongs will be at 1/2 the hour on Wednesday the 31st and Saturday the 3rd of August. In between that, I have got a birthday stream, because it's my birthday on Tuesday, so I'm doing a birthday stream and hoping that we've got some news to give out to people. At the end of the day, I want to see whether we've got some news to give out to people. And I just want to enjoy. I'm getting old. I'm an old git now. I'm getting old, and I just want to. And I'm off work, so because I'm off work, it means I can stream to my heart's content. I can come and do and go and please, and then I haven't got to report or answer. So yeah, it'd be interesting. So that's what I'm doing next week. Which is Sonny Graham says Sonny just lifted the cup. Let's hope for more of the same this season. Does that mean in Graham, I'm going to ask you the question because I haven't got Jimbo to ask and I haven't got David Shear to ask. Does that mean that the quintuple is on? So if we win that game, does that mean the quintuple is on? Just asking the question. Johnny Russell says, so much better watching on PC. I can see chat proper without me bins. Proper enjoyed your stream, Jose. Yeah, it's important. It's important when you're wearing your bins. And it's good. Yeah, it's nice to see it when you can see the chat proper. Wear your glasses. If that's what you're meant to do, that's what you're meant to do. So wear your glasses. Right, I'm just about to finish up. So I want to thank Peter Kagayas for becoming a YouTube member and Tigaro for becoming a YouTube member. It's much appreciated. It's you guys that make the streams. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I wish you all, and I mean all of you, I wish you all a great Saturday, or an early Sunday, depending where you are in the world. So enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend, everyone. And when I say great weekend, it's easier because a great weekend means that whether you're in Saturday, some of you early in North America, early Saturday, we're now early afternoon here in Europe, and you've got the Indians are early evening, and the Aussies and Antipodeans are all early morning. So wherever you are in the world, have a lovely, lovely weekend, and I will catch you all very soon. Just hit the notification bell, and you'll see when we're next on. In hands we trust, and it's come on, you Spurs. See you, everyone. Thank you very much. Take care.